Rabbi, what is the question of the day?
The question of the day. Dear Rabbi and Aleeza, I'm currently speaking to someone, and I can't tell if I'm in the, this is quotations, friend zone or not. What should I do?
Oh,
The
so
friend
hard.
zone.
That's so hard. They might not know either. So just to give you a little bit of a clue in, they might be on the fence, or they might be like, well, I don't want to ruin the friendship, whatever. But friend zone meaning they put me in the friend zone, not that we're already friends. We're like in a circle. Like I imagine like we're friends hanging, like a bunch of people are hanging out. Maybe I'm like leaning towards like, ooh, flirting, and they're leaning, I'm feeling like I'm getting friend zoned. Yeah.
I'm thinking about it, and I'm going to just throw something out there that probably is going to be controversial, and tell me what you think.
Ooh.
I don't think that platonic relationships can really happen.
We're on the same page. It's in my book.
Oh, really?
Get married. Yeah, don't you know? Chapter something, man. So like chapter 38.
I don't think
can't be friends.
I mean, and I think that there are today in our day and age, people just friend zone because it's more comfortable, because it's easy. Oh, we'll become friends and eventually it'll become romantic. It doesn't happen.
No, it does happen.
It could happen, but it doesn't happen.
Well, it doesn't happen often enough for my liking. I like that friends get together. Everybody's afraid of ruining the friendship. And I'm like, well, if you have a friendship, that's one of the key foundations of a life partner, soulmate, marriage mate. Like this is one of the things that you need. You must be able to build a friendship with this person.
Such a good point. Yes.
Right?
You can be friends first, but if it's constantly friend zoning because it's comfortable, like it's almost like I see people who I've set up a number of times, and they're constantly just going right for the what they call friend zone.
Listen, for a bunch of people, I just got to call it out. They're not attracted, period. They're just not. They're not drawn to the person physically. They're not interested in them. That's why they're not wanting to.
So they're a nice person and they just want to not hurt them.
You're a nice person. You're a good person. You give great advice. You're fun to be around. I could never imagine giving you a hug or kiss. Not going to work.
Right.
So like for a lot of people, that's the case. For other people, they're like a little bit neutral in the middle ground. Like, oh, I don't want to ruin our friendship. We have something so beautiful. I'm thinking like, yeah, you have something so beautiful and you can make it even better, my friend. It could
right.
You could be best friends and life partners for your lifetime. This is good. And it's hard though, because people do lose friends and then people get a little bit uncomfortable and then they start acting weird, and then the person you thought you could count on, you can't count on, and then things get strange, and like
but were they really friends in that case?
That's a good question. That is really a good question. Right. Can really good friends also weather that storm? I'm not sure though. I'm not sure that somebody can weather that storm, because if one side is interested but it's not reciprocal, then the side that's not interested can be friends. Sure, no problem. We can go back to that. And the side that's always interested is still always interested, even if they say they're friends.
Right.
I know, they know, they want something more. They would totally be happy and fine if there was something more. But then it was like, oh, but if there's nothing more, it's okay. We could just be friends. And you don't mean it. You just don't mean it. You don't want to be friends.
And what do you think that tells you about relationships then? The nature of relationships.
Tell us, Rabbi.
There's something more. There's something greater.
Right. There's
that
something
relationship needs vulnerability. Relationship needs intimacy. It needs something greater than what the friend zone can give you.
Right. But I think that friendship, companionship, right? Having somebody by your side, those are key foundations of a relationship. And then we add in love, which is also in a friendship, right? We add in joy. We add in physical intimacy. We add in our values being aligned. Like we sprinkle all of this stuff together.
Right.
And often friends do have values aligned. Like often they're friends for that reason because they are in alignment,
I
at
think
least
it
in
could
some
be,
areas.
as I listen to you, it could be a good start to a relationship, but you have to be vulnerable enough and take that risk
Yeah.
that maybe you'll lose the friendship, but you may gain a life partner.
I'm for that. Like if you ask me which way to go, I'd rather you lose the friend because the truth is when you get married, I don't want you to keep somebody that close to you because your life partner is not going to necessarily appreciate you having somebody else in your life that's so close, even maybe closer than them at some point, because that doesn't even make any sense.
Right. And what's interesting is that often, as somebody who deals a lot with newlywed couples, it's often an issue that comes up in
Yep.
new marriages is
Yep.
that, do I pick my wife or husband or my friend? And if you're at odds, if it's the friend or the wife or husband, you know which one to pick. And if you don't know which one to pick, then let us teach you the wife or husband.
Thanks for making it explicitly clear. Choose your life partner. The friend is not going to be the one to be chosen.
Yeah.
That it's a hard pill to swallow though, because who's been there for you longer? Usually your friends. Who might be there for you longer? Probably your friends, right? Like your friends are going to last and stick around longer than many of the marriages of modern day. This is not boding well for marriage. I'm sorry if that's giving you like ooh, Aleeza, you're not making marriage look so good. But we are fixing the problem because we are helping people to choose really fabulous life partners.
And we also need to put our eggs in that basket, so to speak. Yes, it's true. Your partnership, your relationship is new,
Mm-hmm.
and your friendship has a lot more history to it. So yeah, it's not going to be the same right now.
Okay, I have something really funny. When my husband and I first got married, we didn't know each other for very long, like 5 months ish. I mean, when we met maybe 8 months before that, but we really dated, for about 3 weeks and then got married 4 months later. But anyway, we're sitting at one of the Sheva Brachas, one of the after parties after the wedding. And one of his friends from college is like, how long you known him? And I'm thinking, 8 months. And he's like, I've known him since college. And I'm going, that's nice. He's like, do you even know how he likes his coffee? And I was like, no. And I turned to him and I was like, how do you like your coffee? And he's like, cream and sugar. And I was like, he likes cream and sugar. Thanks. Figure that one out. Like, no, I didn't even know if he liked coffee, let alone how he liked his coffee. And it was one of those moments where the friends really knew him well in many different areas, in many different ways. And I didn't. And I felt a little bit on the outside. It was actually one of those like, oh, that was uncomfortable. Like, thanks for
But that
pointing
was a
that one
great
out.
reaction. And now I know.
Right. And now I know. And by the way, I picked him. I'm going to be married to him for my whole life. I'll know him better than you, and I'll have known him longer than you too. Just you wait.
Right. And he didn't marry you.
Yeah.
And I'm saying he didn't marry the friend.
Right. He didn't marry the friend. Oh, this is so hard. Okay, I'm going to give you a blessing that please, God, may you have clarity in how to proceed with this friend. I hope that you get the guidance and the support, the intuition or the mentorship that you need to know whether you should flirt a little more and try a little harder or let it go and remain friends. But if you want my advice, I'm pushing for you to flirt and make something happen, like drip, drip, drip. Woohoo! We're in a relationship. That's the Aleeza method.
Let us all say Amen.